Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be watching this from. This is Konena Subinda with another segment of Parametric Equations we learn into space. Now we are looking at the normal vector and the direction vector right here. So if we go back to our calculus, you can be asked to find the equation of a tangent line. Alright? So that is using the tangent gradient. And then you can also be asked to find an equation of a normal using the normal gradient. All that kind of stuff. But let's forget about that. Or let's not forget rather. Let's not think about that as I'm answering here, but there's a relationship here. Here, there is something we call the direction vector. Given the parametric equation, x is equal to 2 plus, let's say, 2t, y is equal to 3 plus 4t. This parametric equation, we can extract a vector equation giving us x, y is equal to 2, 3 plus parameter t, 2, 4. This part where the t is, this is called the direction vector. Now there's a property that you have to know. When you multiply a direction vector and a normal vector, these two, they will give you 0. So for example, we have this here. Alright? This is a direction vector. We get 2, 4. You multiply it by a certain normal vector. This should give you 0. So this dot means multiplication. Now this normal vector here, we don't know. We can represent it by the column vector x, y, like that. So if you're given a direction vector like this and you're asked to find the normal vector, you can do this. The direction vector, you multiply by the unknown normal vector will give you 0. Multiplication, you should be very careful here. You make use of the signs. Alright, so you multiply in the form of rows. 2 times x and 4 times y. So 2 times x is 2x, 4 times y is positive y. Positive y. Why I have repeated the positive y is this. So in this case, this and this are not the same because this is a negative 4. If it was a negative 4, you would have done 2x minus 4y is equal to 0. So you multiply vectors like that, then you get the sign, you will equate to 0. You multiply like that, negative 4 times y, negative 4y, and you get the variable with the sign that the variable is carrying. That's what you do. So here, this is a line in the, it is almost in the slope-intercept form or the gradient-intercept form. This means that 4y is equal to, this is negative 2x. We divide both sides by 4, we divide by 4. This is 1, 1. Y is equal to negative 2. Divide by 4 of x, like that. Right, now when you do this, of course, some of you may not be comfortable, but it's advised that do not reduce the direction vector or the normal vector when answering. Because when you reduce, it's like you change the solution. Alright? It's like your answer is now invalid. So leave it like this in its unreduced form. It means that the normal vector represented by, we can say n with an arrow, is equal to, so to find the normal vector, you have to follow me very well. So we have just made y subject to the formula by taking this positive 2x the other side, became negative 2x, we divide both sides by positive 4. It is negative 2 divided by positive 4, like that, of x. Now, what you need to do is, I left that negative 2 on top intentionally. I didn't do this. I didn't write it like this. I left the negative 2 on top intentionally. Alright? This way makes it easier for you not to get confused. Why did I do this? To find the normal vector, you swap. This equation is y is equal to negative 2 over 4x. The opposite of this, so we're looking at the right hand side of the equation. This is the right hand side. This is the left hand side. So we are looking at this right hand side. Y is equal to 4 negative 2x. So what have I done? I have swapped these, okay? I have swapped these. This is what I want you to do. So the normal vector is 4 negative 2. So it's like you swap these two numbers. Then you get your normal vector as 4 negative 2. This is the method 1 for finding the normal vector. Then method 2 is that our direction vector, we can say vector m is equal to, or we can also say vector d, it is also allowed, is equal to 2, 4, like this. N is equal to, the easiest and simplest way, if you haven't been asked to show your working and the question only demands 1 mark, what you can do is you swap these two numbers. The 4 goes down, and the 4 goes up, the 2 goes down. 4, 2. And you make any of them negative. Any of them negative. So if you want, you can make the 4 negative or the 2 negative. So I'll choose to make the 2 negative. Why? This is because when you multiply, you are going to get 0. Why? So this is 4 negative 2, like that. And then you're asked to multiply. This will be equal to 8 minus 8, 0. If it was 4, which was negative, it would be negative 8 plus 8, which is still 0. So this video has been on the relationship between the direction and the normal vector, that when you multiply them they give you 0, how to find the normal vector and how to find the normal vector. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Connect in another segment, and bye bye.